Good morning, Grievers. Thought I might share something with you. Although even in the minute it took me to set up a live, look, girls and groovers and guys, it's changed. God, you got to be quick. Well, there was a little cheeky snapshot of the sunrise. I was like, "We'll enjoy the sunrise for 5 minutes, and then you're all going to be stuck with me for the next hour." But there, my phone's on a kooky angle. It changes so quickly. It was very deep pink, and I was thinking, oh, do I go live and show it off? Yeah, let's do it. And literally in that minute it took me to set up StreamYard. It's still pretty, but it was a whole sky of pink. Anyway, you guys have seen my sunrise video from the other day, so and because you guys have got panoramic, it doesn't do things justice sometimes. Like it looks like a little patch of pink for you groovers. It is dissipating a lot now. But for me, most of the sky is pink at the moment still. It's pretty breathtaking, but it's more breathtaking close up. This is where the panoramic view loses me a bit. And now I'm live with nothing to talk about. On the way to work. I love my new bedside lamp. Hey, Veruca, did you make it to see the remnants of the sunrise? It's literally just, there's still a little bit of pink over behind me in the sky, but it turns a show on right when I've got to leave for work. Like I walked down my driveway and looked up at my house and the windows, because the front of my house is all glass, or most of it's glass. There is timber as well, but there's a lot of glass. And it was just reflecting this sunrise. And I was like, I just live in such a beautiful place. What a treat to wake up and see a house bathed in this beautiful pink morning sunshine with the sunrise reflecting on the windows. It's just gorgeous. But like I said, now I'm live. I've got nothing to talk about. You're all stuck with me for an hour driving to work. Driving to work. What have you been up to, Veruca? Oh my God, I checked out Shani. Luckily, I didn't have time to go down 83,000 rabbit warrants. Oh, I've just realised my Bluetooth speaker is on. Let's see if I can disconnect it. Australian Ellis. G'day, Groover. I'll try to read chat. There's not a lot of places I can read chat this way to work until I get to where the traffic lights are. I'm trying to turn my Bluetooth speaker off because it'll make my microphone shitey. Oh, today is your last of 11 days off. Well, make the most of it, kiddo. I always find if I take breaks, like I'm always excited to go back to work. Um, when you like your job, there's nothing worse than going back to work when you don't like it. But when you do, I'm quite happy to, like, I'm sort of excited to go back to work. Yeah, Shani has a lot of issues, and just the little bits that I saw, I was like, whoa. I mean, I loves me a train wreck, but that was a literal train wreck, right? Um, that's a bit too train wrecky for me. That's almost that person is messed up and needs help, not a let's laugh at this person. Um, I want to watch some of her cooking stuff though. But like I said, luckily for me, I didn't have time to delve too much into Shani's world, but the thing that got me was how can you be sitting stuck on a train track in your car saying we're stuck on a train track? It'd be like, yeah, train tracks that carry trains. Look at that sky, guys. Look at it. So the sunrise isn't as deep as it was when I left the house in terms of deep pink. But now with the sun coming up and reflecting on those clouds, heavenly. Make the most of it because as soon as we turn left up here, it's going to be in the rear view mirror. You don't know me at all. Good morning. Oh, this is so pretty. Enjoy this last little bit of the heavenly clouds, guys, because as soon as we turn onto the highway, it's going to be pearl jammed and rear view mirrored. This time of year is really busy for trauma, car, and motorcycle accident season. Got its own season? Holy shit. Well, that's the last of the heavenly skies, but the sun be just coming up now at 7:30 a.m. I can see names and I can greet you, but that's about it at the moment. So g'day, Dragon's Law. Um, actually, no, there's a bit of pink sky happening over to the left now. So who knows what scenery you're going to get, both on the ground and in the sky. Um, oh, she can't cook. I can't read the rest of her paragraph. She can't. Well, that's all the more reason to watch it. So now that is entertaining. Bad cooking. I do love me a bad cooking channel. Not because I can cook and I'm like, they can't cook. I just love seeing people doing crazy shit with food. Hello, lovely Dan Cave. How are you, Groover? Spring and summer means more crashes. Wow. I didn't know. Yeah, I mean, change of season makes everybody go a bit cray cray, but we're sort of we're almost heading into winter here now, so we're almost at the end of autumn. Poor little autumn trees didn't really know what the fuck was going on because summer lasted for such a long time. Cool, cool, Groover. Actually, let's go the Tasman Highway way. It's been a while. Do you feel like sitting in traffic and having a chat? Because the other way is very pretty, but it's not really, I mean, it's not great for chatting, or for me at least. You guys can all chat, but since Dan is here, I think I'm going to opt to sit in traffic this morning to go over the causeways. Plus, the sky is pretty, even if we're stuck in traffic, right? A cooking collaboration. Well, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm down. I'm uploading some retro cooking videos from Traces of Nuts over onto the Shitty Kitty Kitchen channel, and quite a few of them, other people, like friends of mine, came up and cooked as well. And sometimes we did the same recipes, and other times we did different ones. But yeah, I'm down for a split screen cook-off for sure. But I might go the slow crawly way. I want to see if it's different now they've sort of, well, she'll be able to see the causeway from up here. Yep, she's crawling. Oh, it's a tough choice, but the scenery that way, like the sun is on the top of Mount Wellington at the moment. It looks amazeballs. Come on, guys, you've got to vote. One, if you want me to do the traffic crawl. Two, if you want me to do the scenic country. See, this is where the panoramic view sucks too, because Mount Wellington, which is sort of over in the left of the screen, for me is just bathed in sunlight at the moment. Like, and I can see it's really close, but for you guys, it's probably a mile away. You don't know me saying, let's crawl in traffic. All right, let's crawl in traffic for a change. But yeah, I'm down for collaborating with people. It'd be fun. Like a teach me your. Actually, Nada's Kitchen and I chatted in a live a few weeks ago, and we were saying let's do a split screen cooking show, and you can make something that's sort of traditionally Canadian. Casper, where did everyone go? They probably got sick of bad audio because I was on the freeway, or they don't give a flying flip about me doing a cooking show. I don't know. Good to see you, Casper. Are you on your way to work too, mate? Or are you already at work? Or, oh, no, you're an hour behind. What you doing? Getting ready. Nice to see you, Griever. I hope you're well. I haven't seen you for quite a while, mate. So I hope all's good in your world. Hey, Ms. OMG, hello. We've opted to crawl in traffic. Ah, you're at work on your first coffee already. Yeah, I've made a little coffee before I left home. And I had a little bowl of teff porridge. I'm loving the teff. I'm going to have to make the teff porridge, do a little breakfast bowl video for you guys. They're so yummy and pretty. Oh, I just snuck in front of a truck. So we're not going to be behind a big Mack truck. G'day, Morgan. We're doing the crawl in traffic, so I might be able to read a bit more chat. But I'm also curious to see, what it's like. I haven't been this way for over a month at this hour of the day. But Shani, yes, I did dip my toes in the world of Shani, and wow. But I am keen to look at some of her cooking stuff for sure. I think I read a comment that she puts cheese on frozen food. Wow, that's novel. Hey, we went to Kmart last night, guys, after work. I did a little beeline out to Kmart. The panoramic view made Kmart look gigantic. I noticed there was a comment under my video. I haven't had a chance to reply. I never do in the mornings. It's chaos in my house. Chaos. Me trying to make breakfast and get ready for work, and Sunny insisting on being chased around the house. She was curled up asleep on my bed when I left, but she's very demanding that she needs to be chased. It's like, dude, got to get ready for work. So I haven't even done my makeup, but that takes me like 2 seconds. You don't have Kmart anymore here? Someone put a comment that said there's 14 Kmarts left in the US, but your Kmart, the US Kmart, is very different to the Australian one. Like my Australian friend who lives in the States, whenever she comes back to Tassie, she's like, can we go to Kmart? Because Australian Kmart is awesome. It's awesome. And I bought a bedside lamp because the lamps I had in my bedroom, which I've had since the 90s, they're sort of a wooden colonial whitewash base with really gorgeous, um, what do you call them? Lampshades. They're really pretty, but they're really tall. And I decided, well, when Sunny gets on the bed at night with me, if she gets on my chest or my stomach, like I don't want to move her. So I've been falling asleep with the light on because I haven't been able to reach the switch. Their Kmart's more like Costco. But no, apparently our Kmart is not like your Kmart ever was. It's it's awesome. Like if Kmart was like it is now when I was growing up, I would have been, well, not growing up, but when I started uni, I would have been able to furnish my house beautifully with all this stuff in the kitchen and furniture and stuff for probably $1,000, but really funky, groovy stuff. Um, but no, I was the generation where I had a TV on a milk crate and mismatched plates and g'day, yep, so what? We've chosen to crawl in traffic so I can read chat a bit more. I'm actually wearing a knitted dress, like a jumper dress from JCPenney today. I went into Shiploads the other day to get some hardware things, and they keep getting like massive containers of clothing from the States, and everything is $10. So I'm wearing this knitted dress. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got stripy bits on the arms and around the hemline, and it's sort of a gorgeous smoky blue colour. It's gorgeous. And it's really warm too. And over summer when I went in there, they had a, oh, where's Dan gone? Look, Dan, I'm over the causeway. And the sun's coming up and it's all shiny on Midway Point. And, oh, I can't be grumpy living here ever. Like even going to work, this is what I get to look at. It's just breathtaking. Apparently there's still 14 Kmarts in the US of A, according to a comment under my video. But anyway, they're chalk and cheese. So, yeah, my Aussie mate who lives in the States, targets are the same. Your targets are bigger. And when I was in Hawaii, the Targets in Hawaii had a Hawaiian clothing section, which Australian Targets don't have. But the Targets are the same. Yeah, baby. Causeway for Dan. Causeway #1. But, yeah, how can you be grumpy when this is how you start your day, with this sort of scenery? And Ozzy, mate, I was just talking about my lamp and I, as usual, went off on a tangent. So I bought this rattan, it's like a ball, and I found a vintage light bulb, the ones that, like a Thomas Edison sort of bulb, so you can see all the wires and it's all very pretty. And so anyway, I bought it because it's got a little, I was going to get a touch lamp, and then I'm like, why don't you just get one with a switch on the cord so you can just flick it off? Because these other lamps that I've had forever are really tall and I couldn't reach the switch without upsetting Sunny. So that's how spoilt my floofs are. I've now adapted my lamp range to accommodate her when she chooses to fall asleep on my chest or my belly. Anyway, it's absolutely stunning. I took a photo of it. I was going to make it my thumbnail so you could all see, but I'll stick it on my community page when I get home tonight. But it's gorgeous. And I am going to go back to Kmart tonight and get another one because I do want matchy. I just couldn't carry to, I could have got a trolley, I guess, but I didn't have a trolley. So I'll go back and get a matchy and another one of those bulbs because it's pretty gorgeous. It's a much dimmer light than the other lamps, but I did road test it and I can read. It's bright enough that I can read, but it's completely changed the ambiance in my room. So, yeah, $25 well spent. what will happen though is because they're so pretty, I'll put them both on when I go to bed and I'll be able to reach one but not the other. I'm going to have to fall asleep in the middle of my bed so I can reach out. But very, very pretty. Yeah, never move a sleeping cat. So I had to fall asleep with her on my chest with the light still on. And I was like, there must be a better way. And I've got this beautiful rattan ball lamp, and I'm going to go and get another one um, tonight because I like the matchy matchy. And the other two lamps, I was thinking, oh, you know, maybe I should hang on to them. But my spare room has already got this really wicked, and it's only got one bedside table, and it's got a really wicked 70s lamp on it. And in the room that it's the second spare room that I'm sort of turning into a bit of a snug or a den. Because it's much easier to heat a smaller room. Not that I'm worried about the cost of it, but it's just more efficient to warm up a smaller room if I'm going to be watching MasterChef or whatever through winter. But that one's got a big lamp in it already too. So I'm going to put the other ones on the free giveaway community page I belong to, because there might be someone who's just bought a house or a shack down our way and, you know, they might need new lamps for one of their bedrooms or whatever. So yeah, I'll gift them to someone else. They've done well. I've had them since the 90s. They use the baton or batten bulbs, not the screw-ins. That's how old they are. I want to bust out, oh, what a beautiful morning, but I'm not going to. But yeah, they cast a really gorgeous light. Here's a bit of too much information, but I was actually thinking the glow that comes off that lamp around my room is like the perfect sort of lighting for sexy time with the lights on. I've always been a lights on girl, but there's nothing worse when you feel like you're in a friggin' spotlight, you know. These are setting out a glow that's not dissimilar to that of a robust candle. I was like, I'll happily lie naked atop my bed with this lighting. But the last ones, I realised how bright they were. So yeah, they're gorgeous. They're not really meant to be bedside lamps. It very clearly said, you know, table lamp, and it would look beautiful in a hallway on a table or something. But they're my bedside lamps now, and there'll be a second one coming home with me this eve. It's totally changed the look of the room too. It's such a beachy look, the rattan. And my favourite shape is circles. I love circles, I love balls, I love round things. When I say balls, don't go there. They're not technically round anyway. They're more egg shaped. But yeah, so the circle thing, like my tattoo on my foot is a circle. Lights on, girl, I know, right? That was one of the first thoughts that crossed my mind. I was like, oh, this warm, dim glow that this lamp is sort of spraying across my bed is the perfect amount of light for sexy time. Oh, you've got to buy a new rug. Area. What's an area rug? Your dog ate yours. Birdie num num. It's too early. Well, it's never too early for sexy time in my house. But no, there wasn't any actual sexy time. I just think the glow in the room, there would be no self-consciousness. I would probably drape myself across the bed like a Botticelli angel in that light because of the pretty glow that it casts. And it's kind of a warmy, it's going to sound weird if I say brown. It's not really brown. It's kind of like a warm bronze kind of color. So my skin, which is olive and goes very brown in summer, but then in winter I turn into like this little English rose. My skin was all kind of honey looking and yummy. Listen to me at 54 driving to work and talking about how a light made me feel like my skin was honey and I'd shag like a crazed weasel on my bed under that light. Wowza. All right, change the subject, people. Let's go back to Shining. Poor Shani. But yeah, the bit of Shani that I watched, and I've always said I love watching a train wreck, and it nearly was it was a train wreck, but it literally could have been one too. But with her, I actually feel there's so many issues there, and I don't know, I didn't want to laugh at her. That didn't make me feel happy. Like I felt awful. She got some problems, man. I am a dag. Americans will be like, what's that mean? It's just an Aussie thing when your friends are being wankers, or not wankers, when they're being silly. They're dags. What a way to start my day, thinking about shagging. I know, right? That lamp has made me horny. No, I'm kidding. It hasn't. It's pretty, though. I love her. When you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'll do a photo of my bedroom and you'll be able to see the glow of which I'm speaking. And you'll be like, yeah, she's right. I'd shag in that light for sure. But yeah, poor Shani. I feel very sorry for her. But look, I don't know the backstory. I'm sure that there'll be a million people on YouTube going, she's brought it on herself. She's a piece of trash. That might be so. But there's some train wreck viewing that delights me to no end because it's just funny as fuck to watch people having meltdowns or going live when they're drunk or whatever. But then there's train wrecks where you're like, oh, there's issues that run deep here. This isn't just a bit of a cheery. Hey, we're moving quite quickly now, guys. I'd be thinking this new wacky. Wait till you see the new roundabout or what they're doing while they're rebuilding it all. We normally crawl along this part, Groovers. I think the work's up ahead of making the traffic flow. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to get trapped in traffic further down the freeway, but this bit is like driving in the middle of the day. Welcome to Traces of Nuts, where we give you traffic updates and discuss the merits of roadworks and whether or not they're effective. But guys, we're normally bumper to bumper along here, and look at us. Look at us. Interesting. It's definitely made a difference going home at night this way. There's no congestion leading into the roundabout. It's free flowing. But yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, there will be traffic. I mean, we're starting to slow down now, but there will be traffic on the highway because there's a shitload of people going to work. But this has probably cut 20 minutes out of the trip. Woo! Talking about sexy time in my bedroom, and now I'm actually getting excited thinking about the traffic moving freely. Doesn't take much to please me. It's the simple things, right? You don't know me. You're talking about shagging on a red leather couch. The things we talk about. So I thought going this way would be crawling in traffic forever. I am still anticipating a crawl up the other end, but wow, guys, I reckon that has taken 20 minutes off the trip into town. I am impressed. So here we're at the original roundabout now, but check out the little wiggly, windy little bit we're going to go on. So like there's another little roundabout thing happening here. And now we're back on the freeway. Only 60. Whenever I go live and I'm driving, it looks like I'm absolutely flying. Like I'm doing 60 kilometres an hour right now. That's not fast. That's kind of residential street speed. Oh, you just love your couch. I love my couch too. I've got a red velvet, not red velvet, a red, well, it's kind of velvety corduroy. It's red corduroy, very deep red. Oh, you guys have seen it anyway. It's in the background when I go live in my living room. I love that couch. It's 7 foot long. It's got floating armrests, so it's very 70s style. It turns into another bed when people come to stay. I've got quite a few people staying with me this month because it's Dark Mofo. I'll be doing a few lives from Dark Mofo again, which will be fun. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a winter festival we have here. Everyone gets out and about in their beanies and warm coats and gloves and scarves, and we stand around fire pots and drink hot toddies and go and see random art things, visual performing, all kinds of crazy shit. It's fun. Eat at all the beautiful restaurants. It's a great time. Dude, if you're going to go in the overtaking lane, friggin' overtake. I had the heater on so full on that the car was like a fireball and the air conditioning was too cold. So I had to do a bit of a fresh air. Shani, Veruca put me onto Shani, and everyone in my chat was going, no, 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 don't go there. It was like, tell Tori not to do something, she's going to do it. And Shani, her name is Shani for Christ. But she and her partner or husband, I don't really know, went for a drive to, I don't know if they were going to Kansas City, but they were on the outskirts of Kansas City, which entertained me because I lived there for a year. But their GPS, according to them, took them on this bizarre route and they ended up on train tracks. And the car rolled and she turned into the Incredible Hulk and turned it back up. It's a mess. Have a look at NewsTubers Live. She did a video of it. If you go to the channel, that'd be Shani's channel, there I spied many a rabbit warren that I fortunately didn't have time to head down, but the curious in me is definitely going to go back. I definitely want to watch some of her cooking. After seeing that stuff, I'm like, I've got to see this chick in the kitchen. She's going to be entertaining. Maybe for all the wrong reasons, but I'm still going to go and have a look at it. There's creators that do cooking that I sometimes want to like screen share their um, a cooking thing, and I want to replicate what they're making, but I don't know if I'm going to get struck doing that. And also, I don't know how to split screen so that you can see whatever it is I'm going to be making, and you can see me making it, but also see them making it. So, but I'd love to do that. There's a Simply Sarah recipe that I would love to replicate, although it'd be a massive waste of money because it not only looks disgusting, but it sounds disgusting too. The actual making of it, the audio, she puts some meat that we would call spam. I know you guys have got spam. Belgium, we call it like a processed meat through a meat grinder. Oh my God, the sound, oh, it's so wrong. And then she puts pickles in and pickle juice and part of me wants to make it because I know it'd be fucking hilarious. But the other part of me is like, you're just putting money into buying food that you're not going to like or eat. It's Pride Month in the US. Awesome. Throw your rainbows out there, everybody. I don't know if we have a Pride Month. We should. If we don't, we should. Do they cook in the car, travellers? No, well, I think she cooks in a kitchen. I haven't seen it yet. Um, I think the train track saga was literally they were travelling, but I don't know if they cook in their car. I wouldn't put it past her from what I saw, but I think it's cooking in a kitchen. But see, I wouldn't replicate her if she's putting cheese on frozen food. Uh, that's not going to happen in my kitchen ever. Oh, guys, when I was at Kmart last night, I also grabbed a $5 slow cooker recipe book because I want to do some little videos using my Instant Pot and my fast slow cooker. Um, and the first thing I'm going to make is a beef taco soup. And I can convert recipes that I love to make them slow cooker recipes, but I wanted to get some cool ideas. So I just randomly opened the book and it was beef taco soup. And you put like these massive blobs of sour cream with corn chips shooting out of them on top. And it's got ground beef in it, minced meat. So it'll be a pretty hearty bowl of soup and, slices of chili. It looks so good. Oh, they got evicted, so they're moving. So they're moving to KCMO or Kansas City, Kansas, which is still the same city, but it's got a big river running through it. When I lived there, the drinking age in Missouri was 21 and in Kansas it was 19. And I turned 19 when I was living there. And we used to just go over the border into Kansas and go to the bottle shop and I'd buy everyone the peach schnapps and Bud Lights and what else did we used to drink? And then we'd go back over into Missouri with our stash. Good morning, Ruth. Yeah, I want to use my slow cookers more because I bought this Instant Pot last year on Amazon for like 50% off. And I've been following an Instant Pot channel, the Six Sisters, forever. Um, and I wanted to start doing some. See, their recipes I do because their shit's groovy. Um, but yeah, I thought I'll bugger it. It's $5 and they're specifically written, already converted to the cook for 6 hours or 8 hours. So, yeah, the beef taco soup is the first one I'm going to do. It looks so good. It's basically tacos in a bowl. Guys, it's only just gone 8 o'clock. I'm impressed. That roundabout has sliced a good 20 minutes off the trip in. I still like the country way. It's pretty as, but I might be getting to work. We'll see. The city will be a little bit congested, but I might actually be getting to work earlier than I do the other way because they've sliced 20 minutes off. We'll have to see. So, yeah, tonight I'm going to go back to Kmart and grab the other matchy rattan ball bedside lamp because I love the one I've got. And I'm going to grab another one of those vintage light bulbs because it's sexy. And then I'll put the two bedside lamps that I've been using since the 90s on the free giveaway community group, and they'll be gone in less than half an hour. Yeah, the windscreen looks clear at the moment because there isn't any sun on it. But when I was driving last night, it looked filthy again. I spent $20 on a deluxe car wash. It's just living at the beach, and because it's the mornings are colder, everything gets damp. Well, not damp, but there's moisture in the air, so it makes the car a perfect surface for the sand and dust to stick to. No, the bonnet's going to hopefully be sorted out when I get it serviced. When I had my flat battery yesterday morning, unbeknownst to me, there's a little um, not port, but when you charge your battery and you clip the clip onto the little bits of metal, there's one in the boot of my car. And I'm like, don't you need two? And he's like, nope, you only need one. And he just chucked it on and the car started. Because I said to him, I can't open the bonnet. He couldn't open it. He reckons that the mechanic will be able to, but so far nobody's been able to do it. But he said to me, your mechanic shouldn't have any problems doing it. So fingers crossed. I don't know what my mechanic's got that all these dudes I know who have cars, sort of workshops and stuff, I don't know why none of them have been able to do it. Scotty was going to put some kind of magic oil onto it, but he's bought a house and he's in the process of moving at the moment. So rocking up to my place with magic oil to fix my bonnet hasn't been a priority for him. I'm actually helping him move tomorrow afternoon and Friday. We'll start packing for the move because he likes that I'm a bit Marie Kondo, and he'll leave everything to the last minute and just pile shit into mountains of boxes and then put it all in the other house. And it's like, no, you've actually got a garage and a shed, and what you need to do is you have to have a box of must-haves, like the things that have to go into the house. Then the maybes go in the garage, and then the other shit goes in boxes out in the shed. And then set up your house, and then one by one take a box from the garage into the house and find a home for whatever's in it, or put it on the donate to charity pile, or the gift it to a friend pile. I gave him a pair of cowboy boots that I bought at a music festival years ago that I wore at the music festival and hadn't worn since. They were white snakeskin cowboy boots with black up the top. They were really like hot boots, but I knew I was never going to wear them again. Like, I think at 54, my full-on cowboy boot days are over. But Scotty loves cowboy boots, and they fitted him. So yeah, I've said, you can have a little pile of re-gifting shit for your mates. But yeah, so I'm basically going to be going to his house. We're going to put 3 boxes in a room. And what are the things you must have in the house, Scotty? What are the things that you might want in the house? And what are the things that you don't have time to sort out now, but down the track you'll have time to just grab a box out of the shed and go through it. It's actually good fun to. I love sorting out people's homes. If I had my time over again, that's a business I would have thought about doing, is going into people's homes and decluttering and setting them up so they look gorgeous and cozy, but not cluttered. Thanks, Ozzy. I think people just get really overwhelmed and just shove everything in boxes. And, the beauty of the must-have boxes is, and furniture and everything, is you can have your house set up like in a day when you're moving. You can have the house set up and then you can get on with living in your new home, and then you can just gradually start bringing in the question mark boxes and just each item that you pull out. So even like his shed, he's putting in a bit of a he makes amazing jewelry with scraps of metal and all kinds of stuff. And he's going to set up a little workshop, in the garage with drawers and everything. And it's like, well, set it all up, and then when you go through your boxes, you can just take things straight to your little workshop and put them in the appropriate drawers, and then he'll have this amazing studio with all of his little bits and pieces all sorted. Like he'll have all of his leather straps and his chains and his little trinkets that he likes to make jewelry with, and all the little pieces of, the pliers and all that sort of stuff. And he can just gradually set the studio up rather than just emptying boxes with bits and pieces and all kinds of shit into each drawer. He can literally do one piece at a time. But it's actually really fun to do it. Like, he said, I always need to go to the shop and buy sticky tape because I can't find my sticky tape. And I know that I've probably got 30 rolls of sticky tape in the house. It's like, cool, well, we'll have a sticky tape drawer. And every time you find some sticky tape, just put it in that drawer and you'll know where it is. Plus, you'll use up all of your sticky tape before you buy some more. I'd love to help people moving. I don't give a shit about the heavy lifting crap. No, thank you. Not my problem. I would say to most people, get removalists to do all the, the big bits of furniture, and you literally just stand in the house and go, that needs to go there, that needs to go there. But in terms of packing all your little bits and pieces and personal belongings and stuff, if you can split them into 3 groups, and down the track, I'll be like, if I go over to his place to watch a movie or something, I'll be like, let's go and grab one of those boxes out of the garage and find homes for things that are in it. And if it doesn't belong in your house anymore, I'll take it away and drop it off at the salvos. Or, there's things like printers and mix masters and things like that you can donate to our community centre. You can't donate electrical goods to charities, but the community centre will take them if they're in really good condition and working. Yes, the 3rd drawer is magic. Although in my house it's the 2nd drawer. Do you know the comedy band Tripod? They had a song called Second Drawer Down. Second drawer down, second drawer down. Anything that's missing's in the second drawer down. Woo! My 3rd drawer is the deepest and biggest drawer in my island bench, and that's where all of my hand mixers and my mixing bowls and measuring jugs, they're all in that one. Attachments for my smoothie machine, that kind of shit. Drink bottles. It's the 2nd drawer down for me where all the magic is. Reflections of the day. I was thinking about you. Only the other day, you moved. Place is still a mess. They didn't have the internet. Oh my God. Scammers. Are you able to get it connected or are you connected now? Welcome back. I was only thinking about you the other day. I was like, could do with a bit of dance music. Where's Reflections of the Day gone? Missing my EDM videos. So good to see you, Groover. I don't know if there's any wrenches in my chat. I can't remember who's got wrenches and who hasn't, but if there are, can you drop Reflections of the Day's channel link in my chat? You are connected now. Woohoo! Anyone who likes a bit of electronic dance music, EDM, or any music really, and beautiful videos, and you got to subscribe to Reflections of the Day. I'm a total EDM guys. Look at this journey in. It wasn't crawly much at all. Like the bit of crawly which we were all expecting was it's only 8:20. I mean, I still have to stick my face on, but that'll take 5 minutes max. I'm stoked. And I've got time to go and grab a real coffee as well. It is a variety of music on your channel, but I do love the EDM. So, but I love all music except for like, I guess it's called country and western these days. Like, I'm actually in my older years becoming quite fond of country music. I think modern country music is fabulous. And I like the really old country music, where it's banjos on the porch kind of stuff. But they're sort of country and western isn't my jam. There's a genre that's a little bit too twangy dangy for me. You were subbed, Ruth. But yeah, there is a variety, so don't be put off just because I get particularly squealy about the EDM on Reflections of the Day's channel. The new job is full on, but I'm loving it. I'm still on a massive learning curve, but with every day I'm there, it gets not easier. Well, it gets easier because I know what I'm doing. But then as soon as I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing, there's a new thing and I'm like, oh, okay, back on the curve again. But no, I'm loving it. Really, really, really busy though. Like my life is so on hold when I'm at work. I don't get to do any kind of social media check-ins or whatever. I mean, I'll check my emails, my personal emails and my messenger during my lunch break, but that's it. Are you 62? Reflections of the Day. You're a groover. Patsy Cline, Johnny Cash. Yeah, I can handle. Well, Johnny Cash. Yeah, there's Johnny Cash is, I guess, one that I'm sort of. There's some Johnny Cash that I love. Like Folsom Prison Blues is one of my favorite songs of all time. I love it. Russell Crowe's band used to play Folsom, and it was a really good version. Really good version. He had a band called 30 Odd Foot of Grunt, Tofog, for short. Um, Russell's not the greatest singer, but fuck, they were a good pub band. They were so much fun to see live. And the musos in his band were extraordinarily good. But just a really good fun night out band, and never going to be, you know, held in high regard for his singing ability. And he's not a bad singer, but he's not a great singer either. He sings like he sounds when he talks. There won't be no wrecking while driving. I'm very careful. But if you guys are around tonight, I'm going to go back to Kmart, House of K, to get another rattan ball bedside lamp. And the other thing I want to do is Kmart do wicked pajama bottoms, and I've got a pair that I love so much. They've still got another 2 or 3 winters in them, I reckon. But whenever I go back to Kmart, I usually check the jammy section, and I've never found a pair like them since. But I live in hope, so I'll do a quick scan of the pajama section and might take you around a bit more. We didn't get to see a lot of Kmart. I'll take you for a little wander, and then we'll go and grab the box, because the lamp box is quite big and chunky, and I might even grab a trolley. That'd be a radical concept. Enjoy the unpacking reflections of the day. Remember my advice. Take one item out at a time. Must have. Find a spot where it's going to live in your house. Questionable, put it in a little box for another day and put it out in the garage or the shed if you've got one. If you haven't, you're screwed with that plan. And the third one is, no, haven't thought about it, haven't used it, haven't looked at it for years. Reserved. I'm trying down here because I got a park down here yesterday and it's very convenient. Oh, bugger, it's taken. It's all right. Yeah, Kmart's great fun. Aussie Kmart. My American friends say American Kmart is shit, and my Australian friends who live in America say American Kmart is shit. It's very different to Aussie Kmart. Aussie Kmart is their homewares and everything. It's just, you kind of got to acknowledge that this stuff is being made overseas, and that's why it's so affordable, but it's fabulous stuff. Oh, there's a park without a reserve sign. I'm taking that. Thank you very much. I'll just straighten up a bit. Yeah, not the trolley. Oh no, I know I'd loaded up with all kinds of shit I don't need. It was more just so I can carry the box. But if I take you guys for a bit of a hoon around, actually the lighting for here for my makeup's not great, but anyway. Let me stick my face on. But yeah, I definitely want to get matchy. That bedside rattan lamp looks so cute. And it's amazing, like $50 for these 2 lamps, and it's completely changed the look of my bedroom. It's made it look more beachy. Sunny was digging it, and when she was on my chest last night, it was so nice to just flick the switch and go, yay, I'm not actually sleeping with bloody spotlight in my face so I don't disturb her. It's made it really pretty and given it a really nice honey sort of glow, and I love it. Just applying some mineral foundation, which is not full coverage. I do very natural looking makeup. I'm fascinated watching makeup channels because I'm like, I can't believe how long it takes them to do a tutorial and all the stuff they use to get the finished look. But it's like, some of those tutorials go for over 30 minutes. It's like, who's got time for that shit? Not this girl. A little bit of powder. But yeah, the light's not great. I'll probably end up doing too much blush, bronzer, whatever you want to call it. I'll probably look like a clown. Powder is on. Okay, don't go too heavy on the bronzy, brushy, blushy thingamy. Oh my God, Aussie! Oh, thank you. Oh my God, that's so cute of you. You didn't need to do that. Thank you, gorgeous. I'm going to call it the Aussie as fuck memorial lamp. Thank you so much. That's a really sweet thing. You didn't have to do that. I still get a kick out of the colors that come up on the screen. They're really pretty. Like it's all orange and you're gorgeous. Thank you, gorgeous. When people come to my house and I do a little tour, when we go to the bedroom, I'll be like, and that is the Aussie as fuck lamp. And they'll be like, what? Thank you. See, now I won't feel bad if I find some new jammies. Oh, that was the thing with the jammies. So I haven't been able to find a pair like them since, but I did buy a couple of other pairs that were sort of close. I'm just doing eyeshadow at the moment. Very simple. Bit of cafe latte with a bit of chocolate on the side, on the edges. It's the way I was taught to do eyeshadow when I used to model, and I don't know if it's right or wrong, but it's the only way I know to put it on. So that's what I do. Light in the middle, slightly darker on the inside, and then darkest bit on the outside. But I actually only do two now. I do like a mid color the whole way across, and then I put darker highlights on the edges in two different shades of brown. Brown. That was really lovely of you, Aussie. Thank you so much. You're gorgeous. I will have a lovely day, cuz. Thank you. Bit of mascara. So yeah, the other pairs of jammies that I bought that were sort of similar to the ones that I love, were not as thick as the other ones, and they're not that warm, but also they haven't lasted as long as the other ones have. So they're looking a little bit worse for wear. In fact, one of them's got a massive, like the seams come apart. They're those, Thai fisherman pants that are a bit soggy in the crotch. They're that style, but the seams kind of come apart in one of them. And I'm like, yeah, if I'm sort of curled up on my couch or my armchair or something in those, there could be a bit of fanola flashing going on. And they're not in good enough nick for me to spend half an hour stitching them up. I mean, I will do a bit of repair work, but if I can find a new pair. But I love the other ones. They're horizontal navy blue and white stripes, and they've like skinny leg jammies, and they're so warm. And they've got red cuffs on the ankles and a red waistband and pockets and a little red sashy ribbony thing. Well, it's not ribbon, it's cord. But because they're skinny leg, they're really, really warm. The old flannelette jammies that we've all grown up in, they're not warm. They're not stuck to your legs. They flap in the breeze and as if Sunny gives a shit if you're hanging out. Well, she may not, but what about visitors to my abode? It's pretty much tradition at my house when like my sister or one of my friends comes to stay and they come up for dinner. Jammies go on pretty early in the night. We all mooch around the house in our Jimmy Jeans. That was my lip scrub. I love exfoliating my lip for some reason, and I just wear lip gloss, like a slightly tinted one. I don't do lipstick. I'm just doing a bit of eyebrow highlighting pretty badly, and that's it. We're done. Too easy. I had so much stuff to carry out of the car last night. The one thing I didn't carry out was the poo kit. When I picked up my mail the other day and my new debit card had arrived, thank God, the other thing in my mail was a poo kit. So that actually spent the night in the car. That's a little project for Tori over the next few days, is to do my poo kit. It's a great idea, but it's such a gross thing to do. Yeah. Not a fan. I don't think anyone's a fan of doing a poo. I look like a brick wall. Thank you. That was the look I was going for. No, I think I can flick my camera around without it freezing. All right, I'm done. So I'm going to flick my camera around and say goodbye to all of you groovers, and I've got time to go and grab a coffee and head to works. Oh. That was operator error. Thank you again, Ozzy, so much. Hey, Michelle. Just signing off. I just wanted to check. Now, it might freeze the camera, but the other day I did it and it worked. And I was like, oh, it works. I can do this now. I can start saying g'day and then flick it around. See? Hang on. Hi, everybody. Oh, it's a bit, my bracket's so low, you get a lot of my steering wheel. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, especially to Ozzy too. And if you're in the mood, it was nothing exciting. Michelle P. It was just a bit of it. There's a beautiful sunrise at the start, though. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. And yeah, if you're around tonight when I finish work, we're going to go back to Kmart and get a matching. See, look at this kid. This is a dress. It's a jumper dress, and it's from JCPenney that I bought for $10 at Shiploads. But have a beautiful day, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, if you feel like coming to Kmart tonight, be 5:30ish Australian time, we'll go live and we'll go and get another one of the the sunrise at the start's stunning. But we'll go out to Kmart tonight, and I'll take you for a bit of a walk around Kmart before we go and grab the lamp and check out the pajama section. But have a beautiful day, everyone. If you're heading off to bed, sweet dreams. Thanks again, Ozzy, cuz you're a champ. Love you guys, and compliment a stranger today. It'll make their day and it'll make you feel amazing too. Till next time, love you, Groovers.